believe that when these racial slurs occur, unless there's a situation where it's continual, that people need an opportunity to be rehabilitated. And we don't focus a lot on rehabilitation in our society today. And part of that is, yes, there has to be some repercussions. I don't think it should go as far in this particular instance as firing an individual. I think demoting, giving them another assignment off air, sending them through some training, some implicit bias training, re-evaluating to see where they are, is a better solution in this particular instance. But a broad sweep, every time someone says a racial slur, let's just fire them. All we're doing is moving people around on the board, because they'll leave there, go to another place, and potentially do the same exact thing. Obviously, an apology is warranted. And yes, he did apologize. And some people may feel he just apologized because, he was caught or it was an outrage.
Okay, before I really get into this, there's only one thing in here that Bernice King, this is the daughter to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., said that was actually true. And that is, when they get fired, they'll get moved around to get hired somewhere else and potentially do the same thing again. That is the only thing in her statement that she said that actually made logical sense. Everything else was a bunch of bullshit. And Ashton Lewis sent me this particular video, and it came from Tariq Nasheed. And I'm going to read to you what Tariq wrote as a caption. He said, "We have to come to terms with the fact that Dr. MLK's family is full of buck dancing butter biscuit bakers." And you know what? He's right. Because this is like the third person who has cooned in his family. Remember last year it was his niece? Was it his niece or his granddaughter? One of the two up there sitting next to Donald Trump when they met with all those pastors. So she just all smiling from ear to ear, got that Joker grin. Then you had his son, I think it was Martin Luther King III. I forget which one it was, doing the same thing. I forgot from what event. And now you have her. Now, if you don't know what incident she's talking about the incident that happened with Jeremy Capel when he made that comment saying Dr. Martin Luther Coon or Dr. Coon King or whatever it was. The word coon was used. Now, I already dug into Al Roker's ass when he came to his defense and saying, oh, we need to forgive him. Oh, he needs his job back and this, that, and the third. Now I'm going to have to get into Bernice King's ass, because this is worse than Al Roker for the simple fact that, Bernice, this is your father he insulted. Okay? He called your dad on national television, on a news station, Dr. Coon King. Now, you, I'm sure, growing up had to hear people call your dad that. Being called a coon is not meant to be a term of endearment or a term of positivity or a term of to be flattered. It's an insult. It's a negative term. It should not be uplifted or celebrated. And the fact that you said that in so many words that, yeah, he apologized, and you practically should have just said that you would have forgave him, is a slap in the face to your dad, whose birthday, by the way, is coming up in a couple days. Nationally, on a federal level, they celebrated the week after. I don't understand why that is, but then again, you got to look at the person who implemented Dr. King Day, and that was none other than Ronald Reagan. But I'm not going to go into him. But this just boggles my mind. She basically echoed the same thing that Al Roker did, but like I said, I'm more pissed with her than him, because this is the guy that helped bring you into the world. Like, you are his child, his daughter. And you're going to sit up there and defend this man who called your dad a coon. So basically what you're saying is you actually believe your dad is a coon then. That's what I'm gathering. That's what's registering to me in my mind. Like, I don't know what it is. But like I said, Tariq made a good point. We have to come to terms that most of the people in Dr. King's family are some goddamn coons. Both the men and the women. And see, what it's going to do is it's going to go back to the thing where a lot of people say, well, that's why they didn't follow Dr. King's way of life. They were more on the Malcolm X side. Well, you got to look more to after the I Have a Dream speech, and you'll really see the part of Dr. King that black people started to gravitate towards. Not that bastardized version that white society has been giving us for eons. I know, and you know what's so crazy? Black History Month is next month. I already know in the schools they're going to throw Dr. King in all them kids' faces. If they could do it every day, they would. Let Jeremy Capel hold his own nuts and deal with the consequences. This is the second black person that has come out, that I've heard, that has come out to defend this man. I have yet to see one white person, not even his former co-anchors, come out and defend him. And it was that station who was ran by white people that fired him. Not once did they say, you know what, we're going to give him a second chance. You know, he made a mistake. They didn't do that usual spill like they usually do. But you got Al Roker and now Dr. King's daughter, Bernice, towing that water and, you know, playing, you know, the buffer Negro. This shit is crazy. It's tired. I swear, if black people was on a more united front, these coons would cease to exist. And I'm not talking about in the sense that y'all think I'm talking about, but I'm talking about to the point where they will not utter another word out of their mouths, to the point where it sounds even remotely like it has coonism attached to it. They would be scared to coon. Just imagine if the black community had, let's see, I'm trying to give a good number. 50 Dr. Khalid Muhammad's per state that black people dwelled in. Oh, they wouldn't dare do what they're doing right now. And I don't mean 50 Khalid Muhammad's and the fact that he's been cloned 50 times over, but I'm talking about the mindset. They would not do that. And I made a post on my Twitter today. I said if Dr. Khalid Muhammad was alive today, he would scare the hell out of black and white people. Mainly the black people who are cooning it up. And white people, that's just white people in general. Those of you who follow his philosophy knew how he felt about white people. But the shit is sad. It was more to her interview, but the clip that I played was only a minute long, and that's really all you needed to hear, because honestly, I don't even want to hear what that full interview sounds like. And guess who she gave the interview to? TMZ. TMZ was the one that I saw that from the audio that you heard from. It's a full clip over at TMZ. Y'all let me know what you think of this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be down in the description. I will talk to you in the next one.